I'm Larry Farber, and let's queer up faith. Love wins. Gay priest sermon brings listeners to tears. The Very Reverend Dr. Mark Oakley, Dean of Southwark Cathedral in London, delivered a powerful sermon that left his congregation in tears and earned a standing ovation. In his 15-minute address, Oakley, who is gay, reacted to the Church of England's recent decision to halt blessings for same-sex couples and continue banning priests in same-sex marriages. Oakley said, his voice trembling as he described years of exclusion and silence, quote, "The Church of England is still homophobic and does not believe in the equality of love. I knew people beat up people like me. The government was telling people not to teach children about people like me. The newspapers were naming people like me. The church was excluding people like me if they were honest," end quote. He spoke about his coming out moment at 18, recalling his grandmother's tender words. Oakley declared that her love mirrored God's love, overflowing and never diminishing, and vowed that Southwark Cathedral would continue to rejoice in offering prayers to same-sex couples. Online, viewers are praising Oakley's honesty and courage. Well, it's refreshing that in spite of a major force like the Church of England, that Oakley has the voice and the courage to continue his mission and offer support to the community.
The Church of England is really weird in that way. I mean, on one hand, they have a progressive wing that really want to push like inclusive policies, but on the other hand, because empire, they have a very, very conservative sector in Africa and other former colonies where homosexuality is not even considered normal, let alone accepted, or even be about to be consecrated. You know, the same-sex marriage or any celebration thereof will almost certainly split the church in half. And actually just today, Uganda has announced that they are going to criminalize identifying as LGBTQ. It's not just like they already banned same-sex relationship. They already tried to, they already have death penalty for gays, death to gays law. Now they want to criminalize even just saying that you're gay, which is insane. But that's the kind of legacy that conservative diocese in Africa is trying to push.
Well, personally, because Trump says like anti-capitalist and Antifa are terrorists, so like now I'm a terrorist and illegal in how many countries now? But in all seriousness, I've always found the Church of England a little hard to get through all. But like, is the king technically kind of the head of the church, at least symbolic? Like, Charles always claimed he was going to be so progressive. As an Irish kid who's very anti-monarchy, I just like messing with them all on this. But like, can't he say something pro-queer?
Charles III actually recently visited LGBTQ memorial for the armed forces. Is nominally the head of the church, but the guy who actually do the work, I believe, is the Bishop of Canterbury, who is really let's say that, just call him the administrative head of the church. Just like the monarchy and the relation to government, Charles doesn't really have a lot to say about it, although they did, because of his divorce from Diana, they did actually change some of the rules to allow a divorced monarch to become the head of the church.
Well, hopefully with, the foreshadowing that William will eventually be the king, we'll see a progression there, and that may influence what the church is doing.
William is a nice guy, but good God, he needs a hair transplant like pronto.
Hey, you heard it here first. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.